You're listening to Creeping Wave Radio, a documentation of our decidedly creepy escapades here on YouMind, once the mics go off.
Ah, another glorious day in early retirement.
You said it. Nothing to do but relax and drink in the sights. Speaking of which, here comes the dames.
Esther, Norma, Gladys, where are you lovely creatures off to in such a hurry?
Hey there, fellas. Up for a friendly game of shuffleboard?
You go ahead, baby cakes. I'm staying right here in this lounge chair.
Aw, come on, boys. One last hurrah before the festivities begin.
Oh, we've been getting festive all morning. Thanks, Norma.
Oh, heavens, don't be like that. Grab a cue and come along. I'm quite ready to bust some heads, I don't mind telling you.
No can do, Gladys. Standing up would seriously harshen my buzz right now.
Oh, you old farts are no fun anymore.
Old farts?
Yeah.
Now see here, madam.
Blow it out your old wazoo. It's hard to believe that you three bumps on a log are Napoleon's grandpappies.
Napoleon! What's that creepy little bastard got to do with anything?
A fine way to talk about your grandchild.
Especially one who still comes to visit.
Napoleon's here?
Oh, yes, right over there, interviewing Bob and Walter for his little radio show, the I Mind.
The You Mind, I think.
Oh, my, yes, that's it.
Oh, did you hear the one that had a lizard man on? It was so good.
Did I ever?
Oh, I just love that part where Gally clobbers him.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how this interview turns out.
We'll just see about that. Come on, boys.
Yeah, let's teach that little brat a lesson. Here, Esther, hold my bong.
How do you like that?
We have some time before lunch. Come on, I want to see how this goes down.
Oh, do you think it will come to blows? I'm just itching for a good brawl.
So, if you're just joining us, we're coming to you from Dwindling Palms Retirement Home for Aging Actors. I'm here with Walter and Bob.
And me.
And that's my,
Try co-host.
Yes, my co-host, Dorcas Morlock. Now, Walter, you explaining that Finland, and I guess all things related to it, do not exist, right?
Now, we're not denying there's such thing as a Finnish culture or even Finnish people. I mean, why would someone pretend to be Finnish for Pete's sake?
We're just saying that the landmass of Finland doesn't exist.
Never has. But, well, if you grow up your whole life being told you're in Finland, why would you question it?
And it's not as if private citizens are gallivanting into the upper atmosphere to cross-check all the maps.
Not yet. That day's coming, and boy will there be a reckoning when it does.
So, all these alleged Finnish people are actually living where?
Eastern Norway, and Western Russia, of course.
Of course.
They just don't know it, because the UN falsified all the maps.
Well, maps aren't always accurate representations of the Earth. Take the Mercator projection, for example.
Mercator? I hardly know her.
Nap, I think you're going to have to explain.
Well, when you try to project the image of a round globe onto a rectangular surface like a map, things get distorted.
Makes sense.
Go on.
Well, the Mercator projection is the most common map of the globe in use, but it's really intended for nautical navigation purposes. It maintains the distances between locations, constant course in all linear scale remains equal in all directions, but...
Nap, keep it simple.
But it distorts the size of things as latitude. The size of land masses get warped near the top and the bottom.
You don't say.
I mean, it shows Greenland as being the same size as Africa, which is quantifiably false. Africa's like 14 times the size of Greenland.
So you see, the kid agrees. Maps are a lie.
Well, in certain situations.
Don't fight it, Finny. You're starting to come around.
If people would just stop and listen to sense for one moment.
Napoleon.
Oh, hey there, Grandpa.
Grandpa, my ass. This is our turf. And who told you that you could take over our podcast?
Your podcast?
I thought we made it clear that you're not welcome here.
Just a ding-dang minute. Who put you in charge of the comings and goings of this place?
Yeah, we were just having ourselves a little chat. Where's the harm in that? And it's so nice to have someone actually listen to us for a change.
You said it, Bob. At our age, the only time anyone pays a lick of attention to you is when they think you've gone and crapped your pants.
And even then, it's only to hustle you out of sight. God forbid you embarrass them with your nonsense ideas.
Ho-ho! Not as if we actually have decades worth of life experience in our heads that they could benefit from. No siree.
No. Anytime we try to give advice or even so much as a how do you do, they just smile and whisper, "His mind's slipping, the poor thing. He's not what he used to be."
Or they drug you up till you can't make sense nohow.
We don't deserve to be hidden away like this. We had lives once. We're taking our dignity back.
Yeah, being old's a crock.
I'll second that.
I can't believe you're saying this. Being old is amazing. Yeah, no responsibilities, no demands, and all the meds you please. Hey, no complaints here.
Haven't you three ninnies figured it out yet?
They ply you with booze and meds to keep you soft.
And of course there's no responsibilities or demands because no one cares what you have to say anyway.
Now that's not true. We care. We listen to you. Honestly, I don't know where this is coming from. We never stop listening to you, in fact.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. You lot don't listen to us, you just wait for your turn to talk.
And then you just run at the mouth. There's no stopping you three.
You're not fit to wipe the collective asses of Boris, Karloff, Peter Lorre, and Vincent Price, let alone sport their faces, you imposters.
Just what are you implying? Nop, you son of a bitch. What have you been telling these people?
The kid didn't tell us nothing.
Didn't have to. Peter Lorre was a dear friend of mine. I attended his funeral in March of '64. God rest his soul.
But you couldn't have. That's impossible. Yeah, you must be imagining things. I'm right here. See?
Oh, give me a break, why don't you? You think you're the first hooligans who went and bungled up history?
That's old news. Happens all the time.
What, with the Berenstein Bears and Mandela and all that jazz?
When you've lived as long as we have, nothing surprises you anymore.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we were in the middle of a conversation with Napoleon and Dorcas.
Now, what I'm not clear on is why the UN agreed to change all the maps.
You'll be sorry. Napoleon's nothing but trouble.
I'll say.
Wait, am I?
That's right. Nap's in league with the devil and buying Sasquatches and commie pinko vampires too. The kid has no scruples. You'll see. It'll be the end of this place.
Tell your wild tales to Rogan, you nincompoop. This is a serious podcast.
Besides, we're breaking out of this here dump anyway.
Wait, what?
That's right, Nap. I've been plotting our escape since last night, when they gave me the door codes to move Great Granny's crap out of her cell.
Quite a girl you've got there, Nap.
Got a good head on her shoulders. You should hang on to this one, kiddo.
We're not, exclusively... What exactly is about to go down here?
I've reprogrammed all the door locks and surveillance system to shut down at lunchtime.
You did? Really?
Don't look so shocked, sweetie. I had a life long after you walked out of it.
Oh, I know. It's just...
After some of the things they had me tinkering with in World War II, this was a piece of cake. I doubt if the technology in this place has been updated since then anyhow.
We all spit our meds out in the potted plants this morning, so we'd be on our A game.
Actually, we may have forgotten to do that. Yeah, no one told us any of this. First time I'm hearing about it myself.
Of course you didn't. You three have been blazed out of your skulls since the moment you hobbled in here.
Ignore them.
Gladly.
Esther, Gladys, and Norma will be standing by with the confiscated weapons those imposters smuggled in. I snuck them out of storage last night. These girls actually know how to use them.
I've got my twin PP7s locked and loaded. Ready when you are, Dorcas.
Not so loud, Esther.
Sorry, just got a little excited.
Then I ransacked the gardening shed, and I know the Crochet Club's been working on something special for just such an occasion.
This is crazy! You have the door codes. We could just walk out of here like civilized people.
That's why they kept me tranquilized, Nap. I'm through being civilized. Vengeance will be ours.
Yes, sirree.
I could do with a little vengeance.
Same.
There's the signal. The lunch cart must be on the move. Shut down in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, you coffin stuffers. Come and get your grub. What is that? An arrow?
There's more where that came from.
Take it easy, you old biddy. You're liable to hurt someone.
The name's Gladys, and that was your warning shot. We're busting out of this place, and you can either stand down or find out how good a shot I really am.
I say let him have it, Gladys. No mercy.
Patience, Norma. Patience.
What the hell you old broads doing? Get down from that gazebo.
Make us.
Oh no. Not another one of these little uprisings. I'm calling for backup.
Not without your walkie-talkie, you aren't.
What the?
What's the matter? You said I could keep it. I took the others from their charger beds and redistributed them to our operatives last night. Ready in the garden? Over.
Standing by.
Roger that. How about you, Crochet Club? You got your ears on? Over. It's go time.
Yeah! Get me out of here!
For over 2-something years, dwelling in my thoughts and defeated by my fears. Guess y'all didn't need me or care to understand. No one could see the truth, or maybe didn't care. I couldn't bear to share it, the devil he had won. I almost took my life, I couldn't love who I'd become. I turned myself on auto, content within that place. I had no more ambition, I had no more to say. I chose to be unhappy, told myself I lost that fight. I chose to make excuses, I chose to wish to die. I put myself on drugs just in hope to ease the pain. Continued falling deeper within the sunken place. I'm fighting my demons, they taking me down. I'm fighting depression, I'm in it to drown. They calling me crazy, I'm white jacket bound. They say that I'm loco, I'm Bozo the Clown. Just open your eyes, you need to wake up. Sleeping in pain, living in a realistic nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Guessing the dreams, baby.
Just open your eyes, you need to wake up. Sleeping in pain, living in a realistic nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Guessing the dreams, baby.
Now I'm really in the deep, how to get up out the mud. Why continue on this path just to self-destruct? I had to change my mental, remember to be strong. Only I control my fire, I did the work that's done. I asked the voice within to stand with me throughout, to know I needed self and to trash all of my doubts. I reached out to my family, they politely brushed me off. Don't let that hurt affect you, don't let progression stop. Should I pull the trigger, should I let it pop? My brain has lost it, my thoughts won't stop. A battle with self, the spirit is lost. Self-destruction, but at what cost? I turn in this direction every time I met brick walls. I turn in that direction, haters waiting on my fall. But you can keep on capping and talking to yourselves, cause me, I keep on pushing, I won't take no other L's. Just open your eyes, you need to wake up. Sleeping in pain, living in a realistic nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
trance, baby.
Just open your eyes, you need to wake up. Sleeping in pain, living in the realistic nightmare.
Guess in your trance, baby.
I'm stuck in the bucket, the lost and found. I'm screaming loud but not making a sound. Behind the shadows they continue to lurk, with smiles big because they see me hurt. Pull it together, gotta shake this off. Forget your zombie, get back to the boss. Grab your halo, then grab your cross. Remember your rule, remember your sauce. I'm tired of this nightmare, wake me up. Shake me hard, then shake me tough. Then I open my eyes, and what did I see? Lucifer was in the corner, pointing at me. Good morning, dumb blonde, and how did you sleep? My face turned white, pale as a sheet, and my chest got heavy. I could not breathe, but all I could say was no, not me. Just open your eyes, you need to wake up. Sleeping in pain, living in the realistic nightmare.
Guess in your trance, baby.
Just open your eyes, you need to wake up. Sleeping in pain, living in the realistic nightmare.
Guess in your trance, baby.
My hip!
Nap, you have to protect us. Yeah, they actually like you, though I can't imagine why. Ah, what was that? They're throwing shovels. They're throwing shovels.
You think I'm gonna protect you after the way you three treated me?
We're sorry, okay? But in our defense, we didn't know this place was going to turn into World War III. You still have your devil gun?
Oh no, I'm not wasting my bullets on you jokers. Not again. Crochet Club attack!
Are they firing crochet needles from a motorized bingo wheel?
Don't just stand there gawking at it. Quick, get behind the lunch cart. Okay, I'll help you out if you promise not to rip on me for 5 damn minutes. No comments about my hair or my eyeliner or anything else you might pull out of your ass.
Agreed. Just get us out of here.
Give me a second. I have to evaluate our surroundings.
What's there to evaluate? Just shoot one of these old fogies and turn them into a Sherman tank or something.
No, I'm not shooting any people.
Too bad you didn't have such highfalutin morals when you shot me.
How many times do I have to tell you that was an accident, Steve?
Ah, no! They have drones!
Stop it, Adam. That's just a beetle. A beetle? That's perfect.
How so?
I need a flying tank type thing. Thank you for your service, little fellow. Sorry about this.
Ah! I think I'm going to be sick.
It's this, or you can stay on the ground and take up work as a pincushion, Justin.
All right, it'll do.
All aboard, assholes.
Nap, wait for me.
Hold up! I want on that jalopy too!
And you know you'd miss me most of all, Nap. So what do you say I spare you the tears and...
Just hurry! Oh, looks like we're taking off.
Nap! Wait! Take me with you!
And me too!
Oh, I've never been inside a mutant bug before. Make room for Gladys.
There! Grab my hand!
I'll never make it!
You girls are gonna have to form a chain, and I'll pull you up.
You got me?
I got you.
And I've got Esther.
And I've got Norma.
Quick, pull me up! I'm afraid of heights!
A little help here?
Come on, Esther. Give me your other hand.
Thanks, Dorcas.
Right behind you, Nap.
I don't care who you imposters are. Right now, we could use the extra muscle. Come on, shake a leg.
Let's bring them on board, guys. Come on. Welcome aboard, girls.
It's just like old times again.
Really? I mean, we did this kind of stuff on the regular?
I've missed you, Nap.
Neat, I guess.
Everybody, we are here with Dumb Blonde Rapper. Hey.
Hi.
Now, I first heard your song. I think you sent me a link on Instagram, and the first song that I heard was "Realistic Nightmare," which is the song that's going to be featured in this episode, and I was just blown away. So,
thank you so much. That was the first song that I really dug deep and just let all of my emotions out, and just was like, I don't care what anybody thinks, I have to get it out, and it was such a release.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it was amazing. So let's get to know you a little bit. Now, you are actually from Louisiana, right?
I am originally from Monroe, Louisiana. It's kind of up by Shreveport. And I met my birth mother for the first time. Well, I had known her like off and on, but I had really gotten to know her when that was 2006. And that was in Dallas. So I ended up living in Denton, Texas for about a year. And then I've been in Houston for 11 years now.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's home.
Very nice. Very nice.
I love it. You're in San Diego, right?
I am in San Diego, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good place.
I've never been to California. That's on my bucket list.
Oh yeah. It's a fun place. So, would you say that you're sort of a West Coast style rapper, or?
No, definitely Dirty South.
Definitely Dirty South.
Definitely Dirty South. Yeah, I've tried to bring my dynamics into West Coast sound. West Coast has their own sound, and definitely North. Like New York has their own sound as well. And I like, playing around on New York beats, but I just keep going back to the Dirty South.
Yeah. That's what works for you. And you do it well. So.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Very cool. Thanks. So I do want to ask you a little bit about, now, what first got you inspired to jump into music and then from there, rap specifically?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I was always singing and, just playing around. And then in about high school, I started just really singing a lot. And a lot of, at school, people would rap. They would rap on the lunch tables with the pens and pencils. And I would sing while they were rapping. Well, eventually, later on in high school, I started singing like the hooks for rappers, and I would go to the studio and record with them, and that was what I did. I was known as like the girl who sang, the girl who did the hook for all the rappers. When I moved to Denton, I really didn't do much music. I focused on getting to know my mom and my family, kind of finding myself. When I came to Houston, I came full force ahead. I was like, I'm gonna be a singer. And so I started singing R&B, kind of popish music, and I could not like construct a song. I couldn't construct a CD. I couldn't do anything with singing. I couldn't do it. I kind of gave it a break for a little while, and I had a neighbor. This was in 2009 or 2010, and he rapped and had a studio, and he was like, you should try. And I was like, no, I'm not going to embarrass myself, He's like, you should try. So I did, and he was like, that was really good, and I was like, that felt really good, so I'm gonna start writing. And then my other neighbor on the other side was like, I do music too, but I do like pop like a Britney Spears type feel, but more like EDM club, just this crazy vibe. And so we met in the middle, and my first CD in 2013 was like popish, but rap meets pop.
Oh, cool.
And so that's how I got started. And as I started working with other artists in Houston, it started just going a little bit dirty south, a little bit more dirty south. And here I am. I try to make every song just different. I try to do something different just so I can test my dynamics. But altogether, I just I love rapping. It's freedom for me.
Yeah. And you have a really great, really original sound.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody's like, I can tell it's you when you rap. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. I want you to go, oh my God, that's Dumb Robert.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I enjoy it.
So while you're taking a drink here, your name, how did you come about that?
That is normally the first question every single person asks. I mean, I get it online, I get it in interviews, I get it anywhere. But so we started out with like Ms. Monroe, Elizabeth, because I'm from Monroe, and it was just too long and it wasn't catchy. And I was like, I'm not feeling this. And the producer for my first album, he's like, you need a name. He was like, I have the perfect name. And I was like, no, don't say it. I know what you're going to say. And he was like, yes, Dumb Blonde. Because I'm just so like, what? And sometimes I say stuff and I have to like listen to myself say it back again. I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute. Why did I even say that? And then it eventually evolved into like an empowerment thing, because a lot of people play me like, oh, she's a girl, she's a woman, and she, she's not smart, she's dumb, or she, I can play her. And it was like, no, I let you think I'm dumb, and then pow, like, surprise, that kind of thing. And then a lot of times I like to play dumb with people. I'm like, I get myself out of a lot of situations like, what,
Yep.
It's really just a dynamic. It's empowerment. It's empowerment for myself, and I want to empower other people. Words, they hold meaning if you give them meaning.
Yeah.
And I don't give it meaning. I mean, it's meaningful to me because it empowers me, but it's not a negative meaning. I don't give it a negative meaning.
Right.
So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, you talked about people kind of judging you. Have you found that, like, when you go to do a show, you get up on stage, are people surprised by the kind of music that you put out?
It's definitely a shock factor. I've had people come to me and like, I thought you were going to sing. I thought you were going to be like this little innocent, woman or girl, and then you just like came, and but there's been crowds that I've seen just start jumping and hollering and just losing it. And that's why I do music. That's the fuel that feeds my fire.
Nice.
Is people react like that. I love it. And then, some people, they're like, I don't listen to female rappers, or sometimes people have been like, I don't listen to a white female rap. And I'm like, but you didn't give me a chance though, So I get it from different ends, but majority, very supportive. People have been very supportive, and they're just like, wow, like I didn't realize that you were going to do that, more or less even capable of doing something like that, so I love it, power to the people.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. And I think that it's speaking to a whole new audience. Like we had the 90s, and we had like Nate Dogg and Warren G and Snoop Dogg and everybody. And they speak to sort of a specific type of life and a specific sort of, a past, which is powerful. But you are coming from a totally different place, and especially with Realistic Nightmares. Is that a personal song for you?
It is. It's very personal. And it was hard. It actually, I'll share the experience with you. I sat in a corner in my kitchen and I cried for like 2 hours. And I was like, I feel these feelings, but I don't know how to get them out. And I just started putting the pen to the paper, and it just started going. I didn't even have a beat. I didn't have any kind of instrumental, nothing. I just sat and I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. And I turned around and I looked online for an instrumental. I bought one, put it to it, and it was there. Nice. It was just like that. Yeah. But I literally spent probably 2 hours crying and about an hour writing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I felt so much relief. I got to the point where I was going through depression so bad, and I kept asking myself, how did I get here? How did I get to this point? But then I started saying, wait a minute, why am I even trying to figure that out? I need to be saying, how do I get out of this spot? How do I emerge from this point? And that's what happened with that song. I really got to take myself from that place and move on to the next, you know?
Yeah.
And that was something. And you were speaking on rap styles and Warren G and stuff. I think that's one thing that I always say is I'm more dynamic because I grew up listening to, like, I had Alicia Keys, I had Blackstreet, I had R. Kelly, and then I would turn around and bump Spice Girls and, you know, Christina Aguilera and Third Eye Blind. And then my dad listened to country, so I would listen to, you know, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. And it was like I just kind of took it all in and kind of made my own thing, you know.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of made my own.
Well, I really appreciate that, is that the whole feel of it is just something so fresh and so different from a lot of different artists that you hear. So you have a lot of SoundCloud rappers now, and they all have sort of a similar kind of sound and mumble rap and stuff like that. And what you do is
a lot of what do you call it? I'm going blank right now, but the synthesizer or the you know I forgot what it's even called. But yeah, like my producer one day was like, "We need to do that," and I'm like, no, maybe one song one time, but not now, you know. Yeah. And I've actually had people reach out, like, auto-tune. They're like, I really love how you don't use auto-tune. You're just raw. And I'm like, yeah. And, like, I just want to be myself, you know.
It's about expression.
It is. Yeah. Everything. All art is about expression. So, yeah, it's free.
Yeah. Now, your videos, I've seen The Realistic Nightmare, and then you have a couple others out there as well.
Yes.
And they are filmed by a specific production company?
Yes, it's Blase Santana Films. I met Blase while recording. I recorded a video with another production company, and he was helping. And he called me like a week later and was like, I really want to, you know, work with you, and I want to do my own thing, and you have vision. And we took off from there, and that's the only person I use now because he just gives me my freedom. Like that video, I told him, look, I need you to run to the store, get some chalk, get some red paint. I'm going to go lay in this parking lot, get some caution tape. And he went and they went and they just were down with it. I was like, cover me in blood, put me right here. And they just let me go. You know, he lets me do what I want to do. And he, you know, he's great at what he does as well. So
yeah,
it works.
It is. It's like an art piece in and of itself. It was really beautiful. Now you include a panda in a couple of your videos.
I do. That's actually my spouse. Yeah, I put him in all. Okay, so that's like my subliminal message, kind of. A few people have caught on. That's crazy. Not many people have caught on though. That's weird you caught on. But yeah, that's my subliminal message. It's actually my subconscious.
Huh.
That's what the panda is. Yeah. Oh. So I put him in and out of a few videos. He was in my bra and panties video, the freestyle, and he was in The Realistic Nightmare, and he will be in more to come. But yeah, that's my subconscious.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very psychological element to your rap.
That's crazy. Nobody has really caught. There's really been like 3 or 4 people that have caught on to that. You're like the 4th or 5th. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
That is, your videos are so much fun. And then you also have a YouTube channel as well where you do daily vlogs. And
I do weekly. Weekly
vlogs, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I collect data, just videos and pictures and stuff from my week, and just kind of let people know what I do. Like this weekend we had Pride, and I did an underground show here called La Playa. And just, I have fun with it. I have fun with my YouTube. I just started, that YouTube like a month and a half.
Yeah.
And so I'm just building it up and just playing with it right now. So, yeah. Every week I just show people, like, this is my life. I need a reality show sometimes, but
yeah,
it gets crazy.
Very nice. Now, what are some of the biggest obstacles that you've faced trying to get yourself out there and get people interested in your music?
Well, marketing is hard in general because it's really just getting that person to give you a chance. Yeah. And that's what's hard. You know, we work so much and just other things consume our day, you know? And so for somebody to take just 1 minute, 2 minutes out to really check something out, what makes it me that they're going to spend that 1 or 2 minutes on, and that's what I really look for is, the dumb blonde is a good marketing aspect. A lot of people see it and they're like, dumb blonde, what rapper? Wait a minute, I've got to see what this is, and that's what's brought a lot to the table as well. But just really like trying to just get people like, hey, I'm a musician. Check out my music. See what you think. Give me your honest opinion. And when you ask people things like that, they feel included. So they're like, yeah, let me give it to you, And that's, how I try to get my music out,
Cool.
Like, hey, listen to me.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Just
right.
keep putting yourself out. That's the difference between someone who's successful and someone who's a failure is just that one extra turn they were willing to put in.
Right,
So,
because everything now, like, especially, I know everything, even past the music industry, is financial based.
Mhm.
In order to market, you have to have the financial means. In order to do this, you have to have this website, financial means. And it's just all financial. And it's like, it kind of takes away from the art. And
Yeah.
it's frustrating. To me, it's frustrating. So I really try to seek past the financial part and really just find ways to put my art out there to be seen without, but when you don't spend the money, you put in the work,
Yeah.
and so I put in the work. I spend 15, 16, 18 hours sometimes just sitting in front of a computer, sitting in front of my phone and just copy and pasting, and just reaching out to people.
Very nice.
It's part of it,
Yeah. It's what you got to do. Yeah.
Yeah, when you do what you love and you want people to hear it, that's part of the gig,
Mhm.
Is what it is.
Now, what ultimately would you envision for yourself? What would you consider to be success at the level that is kind of your goal?
My goal is I like to reach past the sky. I actually thought about this the other day. I was like, I actually don't think I would ever be completely satisfied. Like, I want to keep going and going and going and go. I mean, until like I probably will be like dumb blonde granny rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be on the stage with my wig and like turn up, my cane.
Nice.
But I mean, stability, of course, is the utmost goal for anybody. But
Sure.
when it comes to my art, I just want it to be. I want to be a household name. I want people to be like, wow, I really want to listen to her art. I want to watch her art. I want to enjoy her art, With The Realistic Nightmare, a lot of people were like, you touched me with that song because I can relate. Or, I have a cousin that's going through this. And to hear those type of words made me want to do more of that type of art.
Yeah.
Because I know that it really can relate to people and people can express themselves through my music. And that means the world to me,
Yeah.
And who would want that, So I don't know. I think this past the sky is still not the limit. It's just going to keep going and going for me.
Very cool. That's good to hear. You're just always going to be growing and always going to be evolving.
Always be doing music.
Very
Always
nice.
Yeah.
So, you seem to have a pretty significant following going on right now. What are some of the things that you hear, positive and negative, regarding your work?
It's definitely grown. My audience has grown rapidly. It was quiet for a while, and it just all of a sudden it spread, and I love it. I feel so grateful. I have a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people are like, wow, I didn't expect that, or you are really talented, you're gifted, and I love it. I love that people are so positive,
Mm-hmm.
But I do get the negative people who are like, F off, or,
Yeah.
get out of my way, that type stuff. But I really just have to keep a positive mind
Sure.
and be positive still with everybody. I don't know what that person's going through. I don't know what kind of day they had. I don't know what kind of struggles they're facing. And if you want to be, a B, then be a B to me. That's fine. I might be a bag. There's no telling, because I have a really sarcastic, you hear my lyrics.
Yep.
I can really jab at somebody, but I try to just stay positive and just keep pushing, keep it moving.
Yeah.
You don't listen, I'm not going to beg you. It's just is what it is, I hope your day gets better.
Yeah. That's I think there's a saying that says you're really not anybody until you get negative criticism. When you're
Right.
getting in that
Right.
echo chamber, but
Right.
once you get that negative criticism, you're like, oh, you dislike me enough to where you're going to make a comment.
Right. And I do get negative feedback on my music. You know, some people are as vague as you suck, you know, and some people really go in depth like, hey, your producer should have taken some of these breaths out, or, you know, there's too much synthesizer on this, or your volumes are off. And I respect that. At the end of the day, I say, you know, thank you so much for your feedback. Thanks for taking time to check it out. I appreciate it, and I will take that into consideration, you know, because at the end of the day, that person still got to experience your art, you know, they still experience my music. And that's my ultimate goal. Let other people experience what I have to say. So it works. It works.
Very cool. Now, what have you found is the most effective way to get your music out there?
That's a good question, because that's something that I struggle with every day. It's what's the next step? What's going to make it bigger? What's going to take it farther? And really, it's just, right now, it's like baking a cake. So I have shows that I perform. I have guest appearances that I go do. I have radio interviews that reach out to me. I have blessings like this, you know, you reaching out to me. And then on top of that, I have online. I'm constantly, you know, in every direction. You know, I might pay for, you know, $6 worth of ad, you know, and run an ad for a day and see what I can, you know, I just, it's baking a cake. It's right now, I'm just trying to figure out, I'm going in every direction possible, hoping that like the sun, I just burst in every direction. And that's, I'm still trying to figure it out myself, really. I need some people to hit me up and let me know the secrets.
Yeah.
Let me know the secrets. Yeah.
Very cool.
It's hard. You know, I'm an independent artist. I'm not under a label, so I do everything myself. I fund everything myself. So, you know, I figure everything out myself. I had to figure out publishing and licensing. I had to research. I had to study. And it's taken a lot of time, but it's worth it. I feel like it's worth it because it's what I want to do.
Yeah. Now, your background is in marketing, though, is?
So, yes. So I have a diploma in social media marketing and content blogging. And then right now I'm a student at UHD. I actually just did my classes today for fall.
Oh, wow.
So I have like 3 more semesters left, and I'll have a interdisciplinary BA with a minor in marketing.
Nice.
So and then I just hang out on the internet a lot. So I'm figuring things out with marketing.
Yeah.
You know, word of mouth is a big thing too. I think we forget about that, you know?
Yeah, that's, I do conventions for the podcast and comic books and art, and that's always like, I think like, oh, they don't care, and then I'll find them pop up on my Instagram. I'm like, hi, I met you.
You're like, yeah, I have that too. Somebody the other day was like, I met you at Pride, and I went home and told my husband about you. He already knew who you were. And I was like, it's so nice meeting you. I was like, you too, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely think the experience of people, you know, meeting you and getting to know you is a large part, you know.
I think I'm always reminded of that sometimes you have a bad day, but you're like, this person, they only get so many minutes, and that impression that you leave on them is what they're going to take away with you.
Right. So I'm a country girl, and my stepmother raised me from the age of 4, and she always taught me that. She said, you know, people's first impression is their last impression. And I kind of lived by that. I said, okay, you know, I mess up sometimes, but I try to just be sweet and, you know, kind, caring. I can get crazy though.
Very cool. You see that emotional range in your songs, and I really enjoy that. And you're not, it's some rappers you feel like they're putting on a character. You're like, are you actually like this? But with you, it feels really genuine.
It's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah. My friends make fun of me. They're like, I don't, sometimes you're just like the sweetest sunflower, and sometimes you're like a tornado and like just will not stop. And I'm like, I know, I have to control myself and I can't. So it just depends. It depends. I don't like to go there, because when I go there, I go there. And I don't like going to that place, you know. But I guess it's just, it's a lot of how we are in the South too. But like, it's just, we just don't take bullshit at all. We're not going to.
Yeah.
And so if you try to run me over, I will get you first, or I'm coming for you. But I try to just, now that I'm older too, just keep it cool and enjoy life.
Very cool. So now, your husband, is he involved with your shows at all? Does he come along?
He is.
Yeah.
He does a lot of my booking, and he is dynamic. He helps me with a lot of stuff. He's a great guy.
Very cool.
We're I say spouse. He hasn't completely put a ring on it yet, but we've been together for 8 years, almost 9.
Yeah. So you're married.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I'll say. I'm like, that's my spouse. That's my spouse. I don't always say that, but yeah, he's a great guy. He really is. He's a good guy. He helps me. He helps with my video funding. He helped me with the Realistic Nightmare artistically. He helped me figure it out. And he went to the Art Institute for a little while in graphic designing, and then he went into like pipeline school. And he has a lot of respect for art, and he's talented. So he helps me. He brings a lot of input to what I do as well. So
it's a very artistic household.
System, yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely artistic. All of us.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So
yeah, we have fun.
Yeah, very nice.
It's fun.
That's what it sounds like. Even with a darker song like Realistic Nightmare, the way that you approach it is just very like fun and very like, yeah, but I'm beyond this now and that kind of thing.
Right. I have a bubbly, giggly personality. So even when I'm like can be mean or rude, it's still giggly and bubbly. I probably almost humorous, I guess, but I laugh a lot and right now I'm just to the point where I'm out of that dark place and I really just want to enjoy my life.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do some like happy, like I'm happy, like some happy songs.
Yeah, change it up. Yeah.
Right.
Very
Bring
cool.
dynamic to the music.
Yeah. So,
Sounds fun.
No, it's very good. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm always happy to see the response that you get on your YouTube, on your Instagram, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right now, I'm just pushing and pushing and pushing, and right now I just have a lot of people that are joining in and supporting, and as long as that keeps going, then we'll keep growing, and it's just going to keep going and going, and I'm super excited. I love the feedback. I'm excited to see where it's going to go, and hopefully not where it ends, because I don't want it to ever end, know. But what direction it goes in, I'm excited. And I love the feedback, so I'm welcome to anyone commenting, checking it out, let me know how they feel. I'm down with it.
Very cool. Now, where is the best place? Now, this episode's probably going to air sometime in November. And
that's my birthday month.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday ahead of schedule. We'll make that announcement when we're. What is your birthday? We'll try to release it on the.
It's November 30th. It's the
November
last.
30th?
The very
Okay.
end.
We will try to do that or do it around there. So very cool. So it's going to release then. So where can people keep up with your upcoming shows?
So you can literally type in dumb blonde rapper into Google and it will pull up everything I have. It will pull up, any website. I have Reverb Nation, my Instagram, Facebook. Excuse me. I've been working on updating my shows more because a lot of people, like this weekend, both those shows were last minute. They just hit me up and were like, hey, tomorrow night or tonight. And so I don't go rush into the computer, So I need to keep up with that. But I have like a band manager. I think that's what it's called, right? That new app that's kind of picking up. I just have a lot of different stuff. But Reverb Nation is really where I post most all of my stuff. Or Instagram or Facebook. I try to update those. Twitter, YouTube. I try to update more than usual.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you can literally type in dumb blonde rapper and anything, and boom, there I am.
Perfect. So just Google dumb blonde rapper and get all the info you need. So, and do you? Oh goodness, that's my phone going off. Stop that.
You're good.
I thought it was on silent. It tricked
At
me.
least you can hear it. That was a dude. You won't miss that phone call.
Nope. But yeah, and so one thing I am curious to get your opinion about is because you work a lot online for your marketing, Are you at all made nervous by the new kind of algorithms that Instagram has been putting out, or YouTube or stuff like that, that sort of limit your reach? And
Somewhat. I've had some restrictions. That's why I actually had to start this new YouTube, because they had restrictions on me on the other YouTube. I don't even know what it was, and I just deleted my account and started a new one. But what intrigued me, what I'm out of the loop on this new algorithm. What's the details?
Well, I guess
now I'm nervous.
Well, if you use the same kind of tags over and over again, the algorithm spots you as being a bot. So it will stop you, and it limits. It means it shadow bans, which basically means that your hashtags won't work. So it's like if you put up your post with no hashtags, and so you can't.
I use hashtags too, like hashtag dumb on, hashtag dumb on rapper on like everything.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna have to research this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I will agree, like the bot thing has kind of gone crazy on the internet. So I actually watched a documentary the other day, and like this woman was in a room and had hundreds of phones, and she was just, and I was like, whoa, like this was her job.
Yeah.
Like that's intense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess, and it's effective, I guess. Like you always have more. Yeah.
But maybe there's a better way of going about doing it. I don't know.
No.
I have no clue. Don't ask me.
No.
I don't have the answers, but that is scary though, because I don't want to have any restrictions.
No.
I don't like being bound or boxed or anything. So when it comes to the word restrictions, like my alarms go off.
Yeah.
No restrictions.
Yeah.
Don't restrict me.
Yeah. It gets a little weird. In some ways it feels like artists are the ones who get hit the hardest, because you're trying to publicize yourself, and it's almost like those specific venues like Instagram or YouTube that they want to be able to monetize off of what you do. And if you're just saying like, oh no, I'm just putting it here and then people can come to my shows or buy my CDs, then they're not collecting anything off of you.
Yeah,
So,
at the end of the day, especially with large business, I feel like it's definitely all about the money. That's how they're running the business, But as far as the consumer, if it negatively affects us, then maybe we should just start a new site somewhere else or something. I don't know. We should boycott.
Circumvent it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We should do something.
Yeah. But then speaking about financial, if you did get a sponsorship, who would your ideal sponsor be?
Right now, I'm waiting to hear back from Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's right.
To them, so I'm still waiting back from them. They have a lot going on, but I don't know. A lot of people have been talking to me about, hey, you need to look for endorsements and you need to look for sponsorships. And I actually do have my sponsorship letter and my endorsement letter done, but I haven't moved forth on that. I did start a Kickstarter today, so we'll see how that goes. I'm working on just funding some new videos. I have 3 songs that I'll be recording this weekend. Okay. 3 songs. So I'm trying to get a Kickstarter because I am independent and, it costs. It's an investment. So, but so I want to record these songs and I want to do 3 new videos and just get some new material out and just try to push forward. And then my next thing will be, I'm going to have to look for sponsorship because I want to do maybe like a tour or try to see if I can start a tour or get on a tour, do a small tour. I want to start somewhere, So I just have to figure it out. But it would be great to have a sponsorship. Yeah, it would be great. I actually did. When I made the letter, I emailed a few people and I didn't hear back. So I was like, am I doing this correctly? And then I go back to researching and it's like, it consumes your time on trying to figure out if you're even doing it right.
Yeah.
I hate it because I'm like, I don't abide by the law, like the rules. I just want to email you and you'd be like, you're awesome. Here's a sponsorship, But, there's a code of conduct, I guess.
Yeah. You're a creative. You don't want to be hinged by those kind of codes of conduct.
And sometimes I just want to make things easier because, you have to go through the letter process and you have to send the letter and you have to like this. And I literally had to Google, how do I write a sponsorship letter?
Right.
And sometimes I just want to be like, hey, this is me. I'm authentic. This is how I feel. What do you think? I wish it was that easy.
Oh, yeah.
But here we are.
No, but you're doing great, and your music's getting out there, and hopefully you'll gain some new fans from this episode. So
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And it's been speaking to you.
Yeah, very excited about it. And just in closing, can you give us a hint, just a wee little hint about your upcoming songs? What do we have to look forward to?
I do. I have a song called Run. And it's actually a female remix to the song Walk by Comethazine. I'm not sure if you've heard it. He's just getting out there as well. So I'm doing that one. That's just a short little female remix. But I wrote a song called Caged. And that, I think, is going to be like my next wow after Realistic Nightmare. It's just basically about being caged. And I don't want to be caged. Don't cage me.
No.
In any way, shape, or form. Don't do it, because I will bust out. So it's going to be a really good song. And then I have a third song that I am working on. It's called I Am Tired. And it's just about the things in life that I'm just tired of, but I still keep going and keep pushing and moving and try to change, even though sometimes things are hard to change. So yeah, but I think the Caged will be the big one. That's the one that I'm really looking forward to recording this weekend. It's going to be fun. And I already have the idea for the video.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting.
All right. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so everybody, if you want to Google Dumb Blonde Rapper, you should be able to keep up with her and all the shows that she's going to have. You're mostly in the Houston area right now?
I am. Right now I am. I'm mostly in Houston and surrounding Texas areas. I will be in Louisiana in the end of July, and I'll be in the South Louisiana, and then I'll be in North Louisiana. So
Nice.
yeah, still in the South though for right now.
Yeah, it's good. We like the South. Me and my husband, actually, we took our honeymoon in Savannah, Georgia. And
oh yes, I love Georgia.
We do love Georgia. So.
Yeah. Did y'all get some peaches? Georgia peaches?
Let's see. It was October, so it wasn't quite peach season yet. So
right.
But
did you get some pumpkins?
So not that we could bring home with us, unfortunately.
Wow, I hope it's fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Did you like the weather?
Oh, did I like I love the weather in every time except for summer. There.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
It's so hot. I think it was like 99 today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so.
Yeah, it's very hot and humid, and I can deal with it. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just a lot to you wake up and you're like, oh, I have to deal with this now. Okay.
Yeah, you're like air conditioner. I'm gonna work with the computer today.
Yeah.
Or go to the pool. That's like the two options.
It's
the pool or the AC. That's the only options. There are no other.
Yeah. Back when it was cheaper, we used to go to the movie theater and stuff like that. But
yeah, there's so much to do in Houston.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so much to do. You should come visit.
I should actually. I've got some friends and some listeners out in the Texas area, so I definitely will try. I'm also trying to do some meetups and stuff like that for the show, and yeah,
that would be fun.
That would be very cool. Houston and Austin always are the ones that kind of catch my eye. So, is there a really good music scene in Houston?
It is, but also I hear Austin's better. I actually have only traveled through Austin. I have not just been to Austin, but they have a South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Which is really big. I'll actually be attending this year. I plan to, so this will be my first year.
Will you be performing or just attending?
Right now, just attending. So, but I actually have who was working as my management. He's actually doing something else right now, work-wise. So I'm actually seeking some new management help. But yeah, he had already sent out emails, so we're just waiting right now.
Nice.
Sometimes it's a waiting game.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully, yeah, it'd be awesome to perform South by Southwest. But Houston does have a great music scene, and it's a great underground music scene, and they're very welcoming. When I first started, they just took me in, and they were awesome. So Houston has some really good music too. I feel like Austin is more like coffee bar, guitar, what I see. And Houston is more like rap, hip hop, but then they also have like classical and pop and museum. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on. So
Oh, wow. That sounds
yeah,
wonderful.
come visit.
That sounds great. So,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It was great to get to talk to you, and hopefully we'll do it again sometime soon.
It was fun.
All right.
Well, thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this installment of Creeping Wave Radio. And if you heard us talking about the You Mind in there, well, that is a real podcast that you can listen to. It is the podcast of Napoleon Doom, the character from the show, and also myself. And we interview all these strange and supernatural creatures that lurk in the shadows of your home and under your bed and everywhere else that you don't want to be. So if you guys want to check that out, just we are The You Mind, and you can go ahead and you can find us on Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher, on all sorts of places, and of course the links are going to be in the description below. If you want to help the podcast out a little bit, then you can always go to patreon.com/lucidnap, or if you're not down with Patreon, then you can go to buymeacoffee.com/lucidnap and make shorter, smaller, cuter, one-time donations. That helps too. And I just want to let you guys know that we are going on to a little bit of a break in between. This is going to be the last episode for the first half of this season, and then the season is going to be coming back next year. I just got some stuff I want to try and get done. I've got some stuff I want to try and do for my cast and my crew, if I can pull it together. So it's going to be pretty interesting, but it'll definitely be worth the wait. So I hope you guys will join us for the second half of the season. So I just wanted to thank you for listening to the show and for your general interest in all this silliness. And thank you so much to my Patreons, The Grammarica Show and Nikki Benfield. Okay, everybody. So, see you next year. Bye.